All right. Is it working? Hello, friends, and welcome to the Hammer Up channel. And I think I have found a way to go live. However, I don't know if I will be able to see your questions, your posts. This is a secondary. If I can read your posts, please don't hesitate to. All right, as you can see, uh, I have actually done quite a bit since the last time I posted on the food truck here. I'm going to move you around, excuse me. Let's see if I can show you. I have got the lighting and the electrical all done inside the hood. Actually, I've got all the electrical except for the lighting systems. She has specific lights that she wants to get so that she has plenty of light, but the lights themselves are covered, which is actually health code ordinance anyway, is to have the lights covered up. But we're going to get some LED lights for in here, either 3 or 4, kind of depending on the cost of the lighting itself. But she wants them hooked up right along the center of the ceiling here. So I have, if I don't hit my head, I've got one box here that will ultimately have a light on both sides of it, 4-foot light, ideally. There will be 2 or 4 bulb LED, and an identical one. If she decides to go with the 4th one, it will be right back here. Supposedly, we may end up putting it over above when, again, I hit my head. How stupid am I? I mean, seriously. Because I can arrange it so that the dry storage cabinet door does not hit the light. I can always move the light back and forth a little bit. All the lights are on one switch. We have, doing the caulking takes literally hours of my time and gives it back to me and allows me to continue on. 3-bay sink in place and built a stand in behind it, just kind of a shelf, but the shelf kind of pulls double duty. It will support this. This will not move, okay? It gives lots of side-to-side shear load support as well as vertical shear load support because we have 2x6 framing. I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well. And I can't move the damn thing anyway. So, I guess you'll have to take my word for it. Oh, wait. I know. Sorry about the weird movement, guys. But I have 2x6 framing down here holding this up. And I still have to pipe in the septic for the 3 sinks. And we are actually waiting on, let me set you down proper. We are actually waiting on the faucet. What just dropped? I have no idea, but it looks important. Oh well. This here will have plastic sheeting laid over top of this board, as well as all the way around the framing member here. I'm going to turn you again. I apologize for all of the movement, guys. Hand sink is over here, and it's set up so that it's very tight to this, which will give it lots of separation away from the refrigerator, and she won't bump her hands as she's going to wash them. So, choice. Now, let's see if I can flip this camera back around, guys. Hey, what do you know? What about this? No? Hey, what does that do? Oh, B. I think that'll work better. All right. I hope. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me all right, okay? I just had to switch it over This is a new app. I've never used it before, and I'm trying to use my AirPods as a Bluetooth microphone for you. That way you can kind of hear me a lot better no matter where I am in the trailer. And I'm hoping it's not buffering too bad. So, again, new app. I don't know if I can see your comments. I'll kind of play that by ear after I post this. If I don't see any comments after I post this, I'll go through and then try and find an app that I can utilize where I can see your live comments. So, welcome. Anyway, I've this water tank here is actually going to go in the back corner along with the hot water heater. The cabinets are pretty well done, actually. I have all of the doors and the drawer fronts all built. Unfortunately, it's raining like mad right now, so I have them all finished and they're sitting outside. I've double checked them. There's the kind of finish that I'm using. It is not really affected by water because it's a waterborne finish. But I have everything ready to go back up, ready to go up and actually install. The only thing I have to do is build the drawers themselves. That'll be the work of maybe 2.5 to 3 hours. I've got to glue up the bottoms because my wife actually wants to use one-by material for the interior of the drawers. So that'll kind of complicate things a little bit, but not too awful bad. But yeah, we've even got the caulking done, guys. I mean, like I said, my buddies Chris and Brad came over here yesterday, helped me out so much. Again, thank you, my friends. Thank you. I have just a little bit more to do in terms of caulking. The equipment for the hotline, that's supposed to be here on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, finally. And after we get the equipment here, I have to set them in place, figure out how to latch them in place. In other words, maintain them in their location without any possibility of them walking around. I'll probably use some angle iron steel or something along those lines to anchor them and block them in so that they can't shuffle around when the trailer is being moved. I'm going to finish up the plumbing here in probably an hour, maybe 2 hours, because I'm waiting on some parts that are coming. Plus, I have 3 sets of aluminum stairs that somebody's bringing for me to sandblast as soon as this crappy weather quits and it dries up. I'll be able to sandblast those, and I'll try and remember to take a video of that as well, so you can kind of see what that process is like as well. But I also am going to have to run the propane line. That actually is not going to be too bad. I have to drill some holes through the frame. And actually what I have decided to do is I'm using 1/2 inch soft copper, 1/2 inch ID soft copper to run the primary trunk line that will be coming to where we split off to go to the different heating units, you know, the fryer, the grill, and excuse me, I'm sorry, the fryer, the grill, and the big cook stove. And I'm actually also going to be taking another line off of that same one to stick out the side of the trailer where I can connect the generator to utilize the propane as a fuel source, because the generator I found is actually quite a bit quieter using propane than it is using the gasoline engine portion. It's a dual fuel generator. Even on propane, it will produce plenty kW for us to use for this trailer. I mean, it'll more than do everything that we need to for this trailer. Actually, the only reason that I'm using one the size that I will be, which on propane, if I remember right, is 6,500 watts. The only reason I'm using one as large as I am is because I already had it because it was on sale at an excellent price last year, and I was going to use it as a backup for my big house that I'm building. In case the power goes down in the middle of winter, kick that on. I have power for the heating system. Make sure my family stays warm, you know what I mean? Yeah, doors, really the doors are going to be the biggest thing. I will cover this cabinet up with, or this shelf outfit up with the plastic cover. Make sure all the joints are sealed up and it is watertight. That way we don't have to worry about the wood degrading over time because of water exposure. But I'm going to be, actually, I only have a few more days work on this, provided I can maintain the time to be able to work on it. I am actually starting to get, also have a heating job that I have to go look at tomorrow. Excuse me. And possibly I have to help on the construction of a house. So I'm beginning to get pleasantly surprised just by the work that's starting to get thrown at me from different directions. It's very interesting. And on top of this, I'm trying to kind of slowly work my way back into timber cutting, so that I can do that. Actually, I don't think I was able to get my other video uploaded yet because I haven't finished editing it. I haven't had the time, unfortunately. I will try to finish that tonight. I do apologize. But guess what? I got some fantastic news, all right? The other day, right after I got done shooting that video, okay? I got done shooting the video that I will be posting later. And I was going to continue the video, but we don't know what it is yet. Too soon. But I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know anything about taking care of a girl. I've only had boys. So it would be a real adventure to me, and I'm actually super excited, really looking forward to it. But when she gave me that news, plus we got another piece of excellent news regarding her later that day with you. And I admitted about the depression and, other things like that. Ever since then, things have just been slowly getting better and better and better. And I seriously can't complain. It has been fantastic, guys. And I don't see any evidence that it's going to do anything but get better. And I'm really not expecting it to do anything except get better. Life will get better. It is going great. Okay? Like I said, I'm going to have another baby. We are pregnant again. It's fantastic. Plus, the trailer's almost done. She can start serving food soon. We're pregnant again. The other piece of excellent news for her, I'm starting to get more offers for different work, some of which that I've done for a long time, like the sandblasting. Hell, I've done that for over 20 years. On and off, not all summer, every summer, but there's some for the entire year. And it's really dirty work, really hard work. But I had fun. So, yeah, everything is just looking up, guys. I can't believe it. It's fantastic. I mean, it's great. Seriously. I'm comments. Just really positive. I love it. I just love it. Thank you guys so much. All right. The positivity that's coming out of the comment section, out of the DMs, they mean the world to me. They've helped to bring me back up. I do still use snuff occasionally whenever I start feeling down or when my mind starts going to dark places. I'll use that as kind of a brain, and it really helps. So if there are any comments coming in on the live feed, I cannot see them on this screen, so I do apologize. I may have to use a different app on the next one just to try and get it so that I do see comments, because what you guys have to say is actually very important to me to make sure that I address. And out. Okay, where'd it go? There you are. Haha, it's even still got water in it. I might not have brought a drink, but I still had some here from yesterday, and it's even still got water in it. That's much better. Get a little water in my system here. But yeah, and the other thing that I'm going to be doing in the next couple of days is just kind of migrating the tools that I don't need anymore out of here. Because if I don't need them anymore, they don't need to be here. And that means they're only taking up space. So, I mean, stuff like I've got screw guns, nailers, I've got more caulking to do. Excuse me, and I'll probably do that right after I'm done. Pardon me. Right after I'm done with the water and septic hookups. So I won't have to worry about those anymore. Get the tools out of here, start cleaning up, make everything much easier, and then run a propane line. But that's what I started to tell you. I'm sorry, I got completely off topic. Just Gandhi. I'm going to be using 1/2 inch ID soft copper underneath for my main drag line, right? On propane, pardon me. Well, what I'm going to do is, because that is soft copper, and if a rock hits it, if anything, some rigid pipe, and slip in between the framing members as I run the pipe through. So I'll have a nice rigid hard sleeve. I'll be sliding that pipe right through and keeping it safe. The next best thing. And that should keep it safe and not have to worry about it anymore. But having the propane running into here, plus a propane attachment for my generator out back, both are going to be connected to double 40-pound cylinders off the front that I'm actually going to mount directly on the tongue, because the kind of bracket that my wife purchased for it, the best place to mount that bracket in particular is directly on the tongue. So that's where I'm going to do it. And I'll just use a chain front. It's all good. You know, it's not. I am right there. I am so close to having this done. 3 months worth of work. Okay, 3 months. And by the plans, I mean the design for cabinets, stuff like that. So once she finally settled on something, it was like, quick, build it fast. Otherwise, her mind will change. I can't really blame her, because she, and I'm going to be putting a microwave up here, as I've shown you before. I've still got to figure out a way. What was it? But after I get this done, I'm going to incorporate the other jobs that I have coming up, and I'm going to be working on building the main house over here. Which, for those that have followed me in the past, it's the same house I was working on 3 years ago and just abandoned, said, no, I'm just leaving. We ended up coming back. Now that house is mine. I need to finish the dang thing. It's crazy, dude. I'm going to move you around a little bit. Sorry for this. That is the house there. There, that'll work. Anyway, that's the house right there that I'll be working on. I've got to get the interior. Actually, nice looking cabinets. They're ash, uh, and some of you may know ash as being the poor man's oak. It's a nice wood. It looks really nice. The grain is super straight, and I'm not really too big on that. I like grain that is not super straight when it comes to finished material, particularly if I'm dealing with hardwoods. I don't really like that straight grain look because too easy to identify the pattern, I guess. I like more detail to the patterns. But anyway, I'm going to sand that, pull the facing off of the cabinets, the ash facing. I'll pull facing down, mark each piece of facing, and as you've seen in a couple of my other videos here, that is in the finish that you don't get to see with just the stain. Once you put that hard coat finish on, it really brings the grains out, the different colors out, and out of, well, it was quite a few years ago, like 12 years ago, we started out with 30 gallons of that stuff, and I have 6 left. So I'll double check, make sure. But if I haven't, I'll have to do a review on it and put it up. But she wants that same color cabinetry in there. And that'll actually really look good the way she wants the walls, like smooth coat and smooth finishes on the walls. I do not like textured finish. It doesn't look right, doesn't feel right, it's not right. It just collects dust. I like the smoother coat finish. It really makes the room feel more open than a textured finish. So I like those. She likes those. That's great. We've had some design features in that are going to be a pain. And I've told her no, but I will probably do them anyway. Just because that's kind of what I do. What can I say? But yeah, everything is just getting better and better. And like I said, few days from having this thing done. I am so stoked about that you have no idea. This thing has been the focus of all of my work for 3 months, a little over 3 months now. Which slows the whole process down significantly. But it's almost done. I'm right there. Little bit. But everything's going great. It really is. It's picking up. It's getting better and better and better. And it's blowing my mind. Okay, things don't go like this for me. This is kind of a weird thing. Okay, just before I came back to YouTube, I told you I was dealing with severe depression, and I had kind of decided right at that point, right just a few days before I posted again here and came back to YouTube, I was going to get right back to as basic as I could get. And for me, back to basics meant back to timber cutting, back to something I loved doing and I was damn good at. And I could outwork just about everybody because I enjoyed doing it. I would put in 16-hour days. Okay. And, you know, I loved it. It was, yeah. It was what I loved. I was going to deal with things with the equipment that I already have and not try to go big or go home type thing. You know what I mean? Just ease into it. Some people might call it, what's the term, a side hustle. until it kind of takes on a life of its own. Steps here and there, whenever I can. Just take small steps, talk to certain people if they're still around or still in business. That's been kind of a challenge for me. But do those small things and just let go. Instead of fight, instead of constantly grabbing the bull by the horns, wrestling the damn thing to the ground, ripping the antler off and beating it to death with it, I'm just going to let go. Small steps. Whenever I see an opportunity, I take that small step. If I see somebody, even in the store, okay, that I know that is a logger, has a logging operation, or I hear that they're moving into town fresh, they just bought a piece of property out there, I'll talk to them and just let them know, kind of subtly let them know, I cut timber, you need a road cut in, a place to put your house cut out so that you can have Burnhams in there. I'll shoot them a text real quick instead of having them instead of giving them my number, I'll hand them my phone and tell them, why don't you shoot yourself a text from my phone. Or, here's my number, shoot me a text. They do. I save it. And then go about my merry way. If they want to hire me, they can text me, they can call me, and we'll work it from there, But I decided to just let go. Small steps, let go. Quit fighting. And I'll be damned if my life has not gotten better ever since then. Okay? I don't have to fight, which is a hard concept for me to even grasp, even now. Okay? But I'm not having to fight. Small step. Come back here, work on my own stuff, work on my wife's stuff here, work on the house, whatever. Somebody calls. And then when they call, I can go, I can do the job, I come back. And if I go down to the hardware store, the local hardware store, it's a little place, see somebody, hear them talking about, oh, well, I need this done, or, do you know anybody who does this? The local hardware store guys already know that I'm doing it, so they're like, well, how about this guy right here? He doesn't. I don't have to fight all the time. I don't have to try and find my openings, and duck out of the way and counter hit. No, just put my name out there. I received it yesterday, but I bought it like 5 days ago. By the way, excellent shipping time from, Idaho to here? Middle of nowhere, Alaska? It's not bad. And I'm going to go over that a little bit later because I'm going to do a video of that after I'm able to actually try it out in the field. Field test the thing. And I'm going to put a equipment review up on for that piece of equipment. So watch out for that too. But things are really going good, guys. Super stoked about how life is going right now, okay? Super, super stoked. I almost did it. I can't wait for whatever is coming next because I have a feeling, friends, always show love and respect to everybody, all right? You don't have to worry about all the garbage that's going on in the world right now. Just show your friends, your neighbors, perfect strangers on the street, even the homeless. Show them love and respect and kindness. That's what's going to heal our world, okay? Random acts of kindness. That will heal our world. I know everything's going nuts right now. Trust me, I know. It's not cool. I know that too. Random acts of kindness. Small things. You see somebody at the grocery store who's got a big load. The door isn't automatic. Go over and open the door for them. Let them out. help them to their car. Offer, you don't have to do it, but offer to help them put their groceries in their car if they wish. Remember, to some people that can be creepy, so be careful of how you word things. But, offer to help. Little things. Opening a door. Helping somebody out. See somebody homeless, you're doing all right. Come on into the store, I'll buy you a sandwich. Or when we go on over to that Wendy's or whatever over there, I'll buy you a sandwich. Surprise, maybe. It doesn't have to be great big things, guys. Just little things here and there. That's all it takes. Get enough people doing that, and this world will get better. I guarantee it. It's not the great big things. You don't have to change the world. Just try to make your tiny little corner of it just a little bit better. Just a little bit. That's all it takes. All right, guys. I got to scoot, so